And I like this though because it's the question of like, who's in charge of our future? You know what I mean? Is that someone like, you know, in Helena? Or is that someone like over in Washington? Or, you know, is that someone at some big corporation in Denver or something? You know, who's in charge? What's it going to look like? How are we going to make a place in a society that's based on a relationship of justice? That's a just set of relations between people, you know, and a just relationship to the land and all our relatives, whether they have fins or if they got wings or if they got hooves. You know, because that's what we got to work on here. And it's us guys that are here, us people that are here, because you and I know, you know, buffalo don't cause extinction of species. They don't emit so much CO2 into the environment. It's us. You know, it's us, and it's about our behavior and the choices that we make as a society, you know. So here we are in this millennium, and you know, you got an opportunity, we all got an opportunity to do the right thing. We're challenged, you know, in doing the right thing. I'd make the argument to you, and I don't think it's a new argument, that America doesn't know how to say it's sorry. I don't know if anybody's noticed this. You know? This is not a strong suit in America. 20,000 more troops does not sound like I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound anything like that to me. You know, but America doesn't know how to say it's sorry for pretty much anything from what I can figure. And I think we got to work on it. You know, I have 7 kids in my house right now. That's one of the reasons I'm in Montana. No. I have 7 kids in my house right now. That, you know, I didn't actually biologically produce them all, but every time I come home, there's more. But, you know, you work with them and you say, to learn how to say you're sorry is something that you try to learn like at about 4, isn't it? You know what I mean? And I feel like America is at about 4. You know, and where we're at in this. And I'm saying that this is one of the issues that we got to work, and I know it sounds conceptually a little bit challenging, but I feel like that is what it is. I mean, the perfect example. 1990, 100 years after the Wounded Knee Massacre, Pine Ridge Reservation, South Dakota. I know a lot of you know this story, you know, 300 men, women, and children shot down by the 7th Cavalry, right? The Lakotas go to Washington and they ask for an apology from Congress. You know this story. They ask for an apology. Can I get an apology? At that time, Dashiell, very powerful guy, says, no, we can't do that. His answer was that if we apologize to the Lakotas, we're going to have to start apologizing to a lot of other people too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cannot say you're sorry. So what do those guys get? House concurrent resolutions expressing regrets. You know, I'm saying that this is fundamentally kind of part of what we got to work on. And Montana is full of this same challenge. You know, I have not been to Butte recently, but that would be a good place to say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? That's like not looking good over in Butte, you know. You got a little problem with coal strip mining in Montana. Well, you got 62,000 acres out there under permit, you know, 725 acres reclaimed. That's not exactly, I'm sorry to Mother Earth. You know, buffalo. I think it is time to quit killing buffalo. You know, I think it would be a really good year, you know, in this millennium. The United States should stop killing buffalo. And I also think, you know, Montana, this is an issue that the Montana Human Rights Network has worked on, and I think it is so good. I have the same problem in Minnesota. I think that this is a good millennium to quit fighting Indians. You know? It would be a good time to come and try to make peace with people. You know, Minnesota is just as bad as Montana on some of these historic issues, you know, and maybe neck and neck, South Dakota probably leading. You know, but it's to say Minnesota spent, I think, $16 million litigating against Indian tribes the past few years over Indians' people's right to fish. You know, I'm a little more worried about if we can eat the fish. You know what I'm saying? Add a little more mercury out there, can't even eat them. You know, so why should we be fighting over that? Or, you know, I could think of a lot better things to do with $16 million than fight Indians in this millennium. You know what I mean? It's these kinds of things. It's the learning how to say we're sorry. It's the learning how to, you know, move forward, you know. We're real honored to be here tonight because we feel that, you know, speaking on behalf of my friends and I, we just felt this resonance you know, with the work that the Montana Human Rights Network is doing, and the work that Honor the Earth is doing. You know, it is about how you build a voice for people, you know, and how you build a voice that is this voice that says we want to do the right thing. You know, I had a lot of privilege in my life. I've done this pretty much my whole life. I worked on issues, you know, I think a lot of you probably know that. I worked on these kind of issues my whole life, and I got to travel around a lot of communities. And I see these people with immense integrity that stand up. You know, like the Cheyenne, 30 years fighting coal, you know? That's a heck of a long time to fight the richest corporations in the world. You know what I'm saying? Those Indian people up in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, you know, every year they wake up and someone wants their oil, you know? Communities that have said no to toxins, you cannot poison us anymore. Time to clean up your mess. Or we work with these Indian people down in Utah, Skull Valley Goshute Reservation, just a postage-sized stamp reservation, you know, and they want to put all this nuclear waste on it. That's unbelievable, you know, but this community, as poor and tough as they are, they fight these guys for like 15 years, the nuclear industry. And just this summer, we get this decision back from the Secretary of Interior. Someplace between laughing and crying, you know. I don't know if anybody else has these responses to federal agencies. It's like, this response comes down and it's like, we do not feel that we can protect our trust, responsibility relationship with Indian people in the monitoring of nuclear waste. It's like, no kidding, huh? Yeah, let me know if the BIA and the, you know, Department of any of these environmental departments are going to be around 50,000 years. You know, let me know if they're going to take care of us. That's what I mean. To me, it's this question of who's going to determine our future and, you know, how we're going to make some kind of a destiny that's based on just relations between people, you know, all of us peoples and our land that is Oma King, our land that is Oma King. We've been out here Honor the Earth about, a number of times, you know, trying to support groups fighting off toxins or fighting off mining. A lot of mining in Montana. Oh my. You know, or this road up here, what's that, 93? Is that right? You know, and I feel like that we have a chance. You know, we always have a chance. But we're the richest, you know, we got no absence of privilege. You know, Missoula has no absence of privilege. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is the richest country in the world. No absence of wealth. You know, no absence of technological opportunities to do the right thing. The challenge is, you know, doing it. And you got some chances to do the right thing out here in Montana. You know, I've seen people, this is a state, you know, obviously I mostly work around Native community, but, you know, more Indian people elected to Montana legislature than any other state, you know. That totally rocks. You know? And I have to say, I think that you all know that I'm not actually a Democrat or Republican, but looking much better in Montana politics right now. You know, and that is a long haul. That is a long haul.